This anime right here is my secret gem that I found this year. It's one of the best romantic and emotional shows I have ever seen. This show loves getting me on my nerves too, but that's why it makes it great. What is the story of Blue Box? I've been playing this mobile game called Legend of Mushroom lately, and honestly, I get why it's blowing up. It's an idle RPG where you start as a tiny mushroom and level up into a full-on warrior. The best part, you don't have to grind 24/7. It even plays while you're offline. It's super casual, but it still has gear upgrades, classes, and even co-op features. Perfect for something fun if you don't want it taking over your entire life. The story of Blue Box is the story of Inomoto Taiki. He is a first-year high school student and a badminton player. He is your average guy who has a crush on a girl and does nothing to get with her. You know what I mean, gents. You have that crush, tell your boys about it, and do absolutely nothing to get her. Well, Chinatsu Kano is a 2-year student that is the school ace for the girls' basketball team. The only person who gets to practice early in the morning before Taiki. We see that Chinatsu is basically leagues above Taiki in terms of abilities in their sports and in social status. Chinatsu is one of the most popular girls in school and led her team in accomplishments the previous year, and Taiki is a nobody. We see Taiki and Chinatsu actually talk in the very beginning of the show, and Taiki is head over heels for her. The second time we see them interact, the people who drew this really made Chinatsu stand out, showing how Taiki sees her. It's like how in AOT, everyone's perspective of Mikasa is drawn more beautifully because that's how he sees her. And then Taiki starts spazzing out because she sneezed one time and he overdoes it. But you see how much he likes her. During these first interactions, I personally got hooked because we see how Taiki feels and thinks during their interactions, and it feels authentic, it feels real. I feel like the writing here was really good because most of the time that is how guys react near their crushes. It reminds me of my relationship personally. He is really nervous trying to make a great first impression while Chinatsu just breathes and he freaks out. Well, this little story gets big when a huge drastic change happens in both of these characters' lives. Taiki finds out Chinatsu is moving overseas and he rushes to her not to move, that she has to stay there to fulfill her dreams of making it to nationals again, pleading to her that she is the reason why he puts in so much time into his own sport, badminton. She is the source of his inspiration. As I said before, she's always the first one in the gym before him. She tells him not to worry, that she's not moving because he also inspired her, something I was not expecting. You see, Chinatsu wants to stay in Japan because she wants another chance at nationals, failing to win it in the previous year. But her family is moving away. Wanting to stay, Chinatsu's mother contacts a close friend for her daughter to stay with. And yeah, you fucking guessed it. The friend is Taiki's mom, leaving the viewer in shock because this crush is literally moving into his house. I mean, it's every teenage boy's dream to live with a crush. He wakes up late one day, walks into his kitchen, and surprise, surprise, Chinatsu is in his kitchen. The first episode is the start of one of the most emotional, heartfelt, and infuriating stories. Let's see the characters in this story that elevate it to that point. The characters of Blue Box. We talked about 2 of the main characters, but there is one more character that throws this cute romance story into a love triangle. And that character is Hina. You see, Hina is one of Taiki's closest friends and also the best gymnastic performer of the girls' team. They have known each other for years, along with Kyo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. One of Taiki's friends. So it's really funny because of how serious he is. He is also on the badminton team, but he feels like one of us. Someone who is watching the story unfold. Hina starts to see Taiki have feelings for Chinatsu, and Hina realizes just how nice of a person Taiki is and how resilient he is too, was when we see an episode with her perspective. She's stressing about competing because she's expected to be the best because of her family's history and her reputation's on the line, but then she accidentally rolls her ankle, and guess who was there right away as it happened? Taiki helping her until she got better. Up until this Hina episode, Taiki and Chinatsu actually have a lot of cute moments together. You can see the chemistry's there. We see Taiki is clearly falling for Chinatsu for the first half of the season, and they have some moments where they both clearly seem interested. They do little extra things for each other, but never fully say out loud what they think, which fucking blows. This can be blamed on both of them, and this is where Hina comes in. She realizes she cares for Taiki and confesses her feelings to him. And honestly, I hated this moment. It was a cute story for Taiki and Chinatsu, but Hina coming in saying this outlandish shit, I was not having it. I think Hina's character is fine, but it just complicates the story so much. And in my opinion, it slows down the momentum the story was having between the relationship that Taiki and Chinatsu were having. Because, spoiler, I don't like how season 1 ended. Well, let's go into the sports aspect. Enough with the lovey-dovey shit. I think the show is done well because it has that romantic aspect, but it's all built upon their world of sports. Taiki is someone who has big goals and wants to make a name for himself. We see all the characters being disciplined to their own sport, but mainly Taiki's story. He is very invested in improving, and I just really like that part of the story because I can relate to it. In high school, I personally spent an absurd amount of time practicing track and field, which ended up showing after a while. So I like this aspect of showing the hard work, hardship, and full raw story of Taiki becoming a great player. We also see this is also for Taiki to stand out and make Chinatsu see him, which honestly he does not have to do. It's one of those things where guys feel like they're not enough for someone, and that's exactly how Taiki feels because he does not have to do that, because we can clearly see Chinatsu actually likes him. But regardless, we can see one of the main things that scared Taiki was that the best badminton player, Haru, was talking to Chinatsu, and that got him worried. This player is the captain, and this was what pushes him to be better. We find out Haru is actually in another relationship and he was just messing with Taiki, which is funny as hell. What I enjoy about Blue Box, what I enjoy about the story is the building of characters and the story itself. We see how cute our two main characters are together, but at this point of the story, they have not confessed their feelings for each other. Side note, I made this script before the season ended, so let's see what else I had to say before that. And they have so many moments to do it. Taiki always does something dumb to show that he doesn't care for her when he does, and Chinatsu never talks about her feelings for him when there's multiple times where she wants to say it and she says it one time. We don't even hear anything in that scene. So when Hina confesses her feelings, it pisses me off because now it's a triangle, but at least she was open about her feelings. This is where things frustrate me because I think Taiki should be with Chinatsu, but these two don't open up, and Hina just throws this curveball at Taiki. But I can see why these two main characters are scared. Confessing your feelings to someone must be one of the scariest things to do. You're risking your feelings and yourself, putting yourself in a vulnerable position, and no one wants that. Still, I have really enjoyed this story and the characters. Now that season 1 has ended, I did not like the ending of season 1. I really wished that Taiki finally said something to Chinatsu at the end of season 1, but he didn't. And I really wish Chinatsu did the same thing, but neither of them said nothing to each other, and that really pisses me off because what is season 2 going to be about? I was hoping that season 1 would end with one of them confessing their feelings to one another, and then season 2 is just them experiencing each other, finally not worrying about anyone outside relating to sports or family. They can finally spend time together, and we can see that slice of life anime between these two characters, but that didn't fucking happen. All we got was Hina confessing her feelings to Taiki once again, crying in front of Taiki feeling guilty, and she runs off, which I guess I can pass as being good because that chapter has finally closed, seeing Taiki officially reject Hina's confession. Maybe that means at the start of season 2 we'll see these two finally getting closer together and finally getting into a relationship, but who knows what'll happen in season 2. I was hoping that happened at the end of season 1. At least we got Hina getting rejected and that door closing. Bonus, both intros of this anime are honestly so freaking good. I'm afraid these two intros for the first season are probably my favorite pair of intros of all time. It's crazy, I know. I did not think that a romance anime would have this bangers lined up back to back, but these songs are really good. Go check them out. And the animation and art style of this show has to be one of the most beautiful I have ever seen watching the show, and it leaves me shocked in how good it is and how it looks. This show isn't flashy in animation by any means. It's not an action anime, but when there's little moments here and there for the sport aspect, they do cook a little bit. But animation and music are just superb in this show, making it that much better, having those elements play all together. I realized that my camera was not working this entire video, so this is gonna be the first time I record a video without my camera on in a very long time. So we'll see how this goes. If you watched this video all the way through, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you so much. We're almost closing in on 1,000 subscribers, so if you like this video, subscribe. I really appreciate it. Trying to hit that 1,000 very soon. Actually, I'll have a sponsorship going on when this video goes up, so if you want to go check out the stream at XP Godspeed on Twitch, I will see you all there talking about all things anime related, movie related, sports related, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one, guys. Have a great rest of your day. and peace everybody.